अजीज दोस्तों नमस्कार। अजीज दोस्तों, पिछले हफ्ते जो मैंने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में जिनीवा में अपनी एक्टिविटीज़ के हवाले से आपको चीज़ें बताई थी। आखिरी मेरी एक्टिविटी थी, आखिरी दिन एक बहुत बड़ा एनजीओ है, एशियन और अफ्रीकन इश्यूज़ पे बात करता है, उसी की इनविटेशन पे मैं गया था जिनीवा। और उनकी कॉन्फ्रेंस थी, बहुत बड़ी कॉन्फ्रेंस थी, उसमें सारे एशिया और अफ्रीका के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स थे। वहाँ पे काफ़ी लोगों ने स्पीचेस की, जिसमें जम्मू एंड कश्मीर से तस्लीमा कश्मीरी आई थी, जिनका मैं पहले भी इंटरव्यू आपको शेयर कर चुका हूँ कुछ महीनों पहले। तो उन्होंने बड़ी ज़बरदस्त स्पीच की, पहलगाम और पीओके के हवाले से काफ़ी चीज़ें बताई। तो वो स्पीच मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ। साथ में मैं अपनी स्पीच भी आखिरी में शेयर कर रहा हूँ। मेरी स्पीच बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग वर्डेड थी। मैं पूरे यूनाइटेड नेशंस में इतने इंडियन पाकिस्तानी डायस्पोरा के लोग थे, लेकिन जितनी स्ट्रॉन्ग लैंग्वेज में मैंने पाकिस्तान के हवाले से बात की, मैंने डायरेक्ट टेररिस्ट स्टेट भी डिक्लेयर किया और वार क्राइम्स के हवाले से और चीज़ें बताईं। और उसके अलावा पीटीएम के फजलुर रहमान आफरीदी साहब ने भी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग स्पीच की, अपना केस रखा। तो ये तीनों स्पीचेस मैं आपके साथ शेयर कर रहा हूँ।
Reform is recognized. Thank you, Mr. President. We would like to draw attention of this august body towards denial of human rights in Pakistan and Bangladesh, where religious minorities are facing persistent atrocities without any persecution by state authorities. In Pakistan, the Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa are facing worst military operations since decades. Extrajudicial killing, involuntary disappearance, torture and other degrading treatments by Pakistan's Punjabi-dominated army are orders of the day. Thousands of Baloch and Pashtun peaceful citizens are missing by the state forces. Often mass graves are discovered, dead bodies of these missing persons are discovered. Baloch women and children are protesting in different cities to bring their missing persons to court of law, but state forces wage baton charge and arrest these women and children. Dr. Marang Baloch is one of many who have been kept in detention. Recently, Pakistan introduced a provisional order giving powers to its security forces to abduct anyone who keep them in state torture cells for 90 days without noticing in a court of law.
चलो बैटरी इसकी ड्रेन जैसे फोन को क्या कैमरा काम का है नहीं, फिर मैंने लिया था हुआवे टैब होता था, वाई वो भी पास में सैंक्शन लगा दी ट्रम्प ने, पता नहीं 2019 में के 20 में आया था।
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My journey of human rights is 31 years old now. Since 94, I am screaming about human rights violations in Pakistan, and yet we could not change anything. I have my friend Dr. Fazlur Rahman who will speak about Pashtun miseries. I have my friend Rauf Labari from Sindh, my province, my land, my motherland. He will speak about Sindh. I have my Kashmiri friends who will speak about Kashmir, but I want to speak about 2-3 major issues. First of all, the situation of religious minorities in Bangladesh and Pakistan. In my opinion, my experience tells me that one of the most oppressed group of people on this world is Hindus of Bangladesh and Pakistan. Nobody speaks about them. Their genocide is going on with impunity, not only from Pakistan government but international authorities. The champions of democracy, the superpower goes to Venezuela because the elections were rigged. But in Pakistan, there is a hand-picked government. The Chief of Army Staff of Pakistan goes to have lunch with American President Donald Trump. This kind of democracy is acceptable. A hand-picked Dr. Muhammad Yunus, as my colleague explained in detail, is acceptable. But democratically elected Hasina Wajid was thrown away and not a single word was spoken by neither America nor European Union and nor United Nations. So this kind of world we are living. But still, what else we can do? The peace-loving people. We just can raise our voice. In Bangladesh, Hindu women are raped day and night and nobody is talking about it. The forced conversion of Hindu girls in Pakistan is horrible. ABC reports that and on average 1,000 Hindu girls are converted by force. The mechanism is that they kidnap a girl, 12 years old, 13 years old, they rape her and by force they convert her and marry her to the rapist. This is the world we are living in. The champion of human rights, this city, this organization, United Nations, does nothing. Even they don't tell Pakistan that what the hell you are doing. Same in Bangladesh. Then terrorism. Terrorism is Pakistan's biggest industry. It is not contained to only neighbors, Afghanistan and India. It is global. I have prepared this document. On terrorism and Pakistan's involvement. It is not only India and Afghanistan. The London transport bombing of 7/7/2005, all the terrorists were Pakistani national. The 9/11 planning was done in GHQ Rawalpindi. The Madrid metro bombing, there are connections to Pakistan. The Bali bombing, wherever you go, you will find Pakistan's connection to terrorism. So, my friends, Pakistan is committing terrorism with impunity. Superpowers are appreciating it because I think it goes in their own designs. Terrorism has become a tool of Pakistan's army. Now, I would highlight the state terrorism that we Pakistanis are facing. Yesterday, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan, Pakistan's Air Force bombarded on a village of Pakistan, of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. 30 people were killed, most of them were women and children. This happened just yesterday, international media has covered it. Not a single word by Donald Trump. He is worried about Venezuela because there are minerals, there are oil. But they don't speak about these things. Mass graves are discovered in Balochistan and KP province every few days. Hundreds of dead bodies are recovered. They are human beings. Pakistan is a terrorist state, which I tell with authority. This is another document that we have prepared. It is about human rights violations in Pakistan in last 2 years until 15th of September this year. Anyone wants these documents, I am ready to provide. But this is what we are facing in Pakistan. We saw Pahalgam in Indian Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. Terrorists from Pakistan crossed the border and went to that tourist destination and asked the religions of tourists. They checked their religious identity by removing their pants to see if they are Hindus or Muslims. And whoever was Hindu was killed. This is horrible. This is what Pakistan is doing. We saw 26 November 2008 when Pakistan's 10 trained by ISI terrorists entered Indian city of Mumbai and indiscriminately started killing on train stations, on bus stops, in five-star hotels. They made the city hostage for 3 days. People from dozens of countries were killed. For 9/11, we attacked Afghanistan. There was not a single Afghan in 9/11 involved. We waged a war on poor Afghanistan for 20 years. But Pakistan does all this terrorism with impunity because Pakistan accepts the agenda of United States, the superpowers.
Please, Sia.
It plays in
Complete your
It plays in the hands of China, superpowers, and that's why nobody does anything about Pakistan. My last thing is that Pakistan has completed its logical life. Independence of Balochistan, independence of Sindhu Desh, independence of Pakhtun's area is imminent. The war crimes of Pakistan Army's generals and politicians are that much that a war crime tribunal should be formed and Pakistan's retired and current serving generals and politicians should be brought to war crime tribunal and punished the way Serbia and Bosnia war crime tribunal was formed. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you. Our human rights defender Taslima Akhtar from Indian Kashmir. To the world, I speak today not only as a human rights defender, but as a daughter of the soil of Kashmir and as survivor of terrorism. On 11th April 1999, my life was torn apart. At the age of 11, when most children dream of school and play, I witnessed my father and elder brother being abducted by a brutal nexus of local terrorists and Pakistan-sponsored terrorists. They demanded a huge ransom money. My father was eventually released, but in a tortured state, my brother was held captive for 7 long days. From that moment, my childhood was stolen forever. Fear forced my family to abandon our native place. The scars of that incident still haunt us. My father continues to suffer that efforts of torture. My mother hides her pain behind silence. And I, a child then, lost my innocence to the cruelty of terrorism. From my native place, even 10 of my own classmates, both girls and boys, were orphaned at the hands of Pakistan-sponsored terrorists. Children who once laughed with me and in school were left without parents, their lives destroyed before they even began. Their stories live within me as part of the collective pain of Kashmiri's terror victims. But my story is not mine alone. For over 3 decades, Pakistan-sponsored terrorists has battered Jammu and Kashmir. Teachers have been killed inside classrooms. Migrant workers have been shot while earning their daily bread. Worshippers have been attacked in mosques and temples. Entire communities like the Kashmiri Pandits were driven into exile. Behind every statistic lies a human face, a widow, and often a grieving parent. It is for them that I work fearlessly because I am one of them. I belong to a terror victim family. I carry their pain. I share their struggles, and I have devoted my life to my beloved nation and to the cause of every terror victim. To ensure their voices are heard, their dignity protected, and their rights recognized. To the world, I have three urgent appeals. Recognize terror victims as human rights priority. They deserve justice, dignity, and solidarity. Hold accountable those who sponsor terrorism. Pakistani's role in training, arming, and financing terrorists must not be ignored. Support rehabilitation and empowerment. Widows, orphans, and displaced families need education, livelihoods, and hope, not charity but their rightful place in society. My message is simple. We do not revenge, we seek justice. We do not seek war, we seek peace. We do not seek despair, we seek hope. To the entire world, I say, do not let terror victims remain invisible. Do not let our pain be forgotten. Stand with us so that the valley of Kashmir, long stained with blood and tears, may once again become a land of peace, humanity, and harmony. Orphans of terrorism carry wounds the world cannot see. They are not just children without parents. They are children whose childhood was stolen by violence of terrorism. Thank you.
Human rights activists, main representative of Tumuk Development and the Cultural Union, the UN Geneva. Floor is yours. Thank you for your presence.
Thank you very much, Bureau Diawara. And it's really a pleasure to see Charles here among us, always vibrant and with energy. As we Pashtuns are divided by the Durian line between Pakistan and Afghanistan, I'll speak shortly on Afghanistan and Pakistan. Very short, I'll not take a lot of time. So through this August forum, I would like to express my deep concerns over the deteriorating human rights situation in Afghanistan, particularly the rights of women and children. Taliban's ban on female education has denied millions of girls their fundamental right to learn, grow, and contribute to society. Under Sharia laws, a gender apartheid is imposed on women who are being systematically removed from public life, barred from workplaces, universities, and even accessing basic health care. Women in Afghanistan have been forgotten, who are struggling inside and outside Afghanistan for their rights, resisting the repressive restrictions of Taliban regime. Silence is not the option. Concrete actions are needed to stop public execution, corporal punishments such as stoning, arbitrary arrest, enforced disappearances, and torture. Talibans have banned girls and women from schools and universities, restricted healthcare services for pregnant women, banned Western books entirely, removed books written by Afghan women from universities, punished women for speaking in public, including whispering. Women are not allowed to walk alone without a male guardian. On the other side of the Durand line, Pakistani police is conducting house-to-house searches, arresting Afghan refugees, including women and children, in an operation named Zero Afghans. Those Afghan women and children who fled Afghanistan to escape violence and persecution are being forcibly deported to Afghanistan with no guarantee of safety to their lives. Pakistan must end arbitrary arrests, humiliation of women, torture of Afghan refugees, and ensure their protection in accordance with international conventions. Through this forum, I would like to urge United Nations, particularly UN Special Rapporteur Richard Bennett, to take urgent action to prevent these deportations and ensure human and dignified treatment of Afghan refugees. Silence is not an option for the international community in Afghanistan, where more than half of the population is subject to extreme repression and torture. On the other hand, Pakistan is also, a state sponsor of terrorism, as our friend Arif Ajakia has said. Today, used the jet bombers in Tiral Valley of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in which more than 30, including women and children, most of them are women and children, they have been killed. Houses have been bombarded by the Pakistani jets. So how can a country, a member of the United Nations, can attack its own civilians with bomber jets, drones, gunship helicopters, and heavy artillery? So this is happening for the last more than 20 years. And we have been informing international community about a deal between the Taliban, the TTP, Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, and the government to resettle about more than 55,000 Taliban leaders and their families in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. We informed the council through different interventions, through journal debates, that this deal has been done between Pakistan and Taliban. And after installing these Talibans into this region, then again the Pakistani military will tell the international community that they are terrorists in these areas, and they will again launch another operation, just like the previous operation, the so-called War on Terror, in which they got more than $33 billion from the United States of America. And that operation is only, aimed at, creating zones where Pakistani military can train Taliban and other terrorists to be sent to the other countries of the world in the region, particularly China and India, and create instability in the region, or to start another so-called Cold War in the area. But nobody listened to our voices, and now we can see for the last 1 year, these Talibans and Pakistani military both are killing innocent civilians, particularly the women and children. And only one voice which is raising its voice against the Pakistani military so-called operations is the PTM, Pashtun Protection Movement. It has been banned by Pakistan. The human rights defenders are banned. There is complete media blackout. We listen to the other things, but Pakistani atrocities which have turned the whole Pakhtunkhwa into a ghetto, nobody is reporting on it. The international media is silent. I think, what are the priorities of the international community? What are the priorities of the international media? Whether the blood of the Pashtun is like water, we are not human beings. Why we have been turned into a second-class citizens? So we want to inform the international community this August forum, I will not take a lot of time, that look into this matter. Pashtuns are suffering. There is a slow genocide of Pashtun going on, and urgent action is needed to stop it. Thank you very much.